Now, royals. Oh, royal blue even. Prince Harry has said it's still dangerous for his wife Meghan to return to the UK. In the Prince's first interview since the conclusion of his court case with the Mirror Group, the Duke of Sussex stated he is fearful of an attack on his wife if she returns to the UK due to the attention the couple attract. Perish the thought they'd do anything to attract that attention, but that's just cynical me. Joining me now is royal broadcaster and commentator Rafe Helder-Mancu with the lowdown on what's Harry done now, basically.
Yeah, I mean, it's such a risible case that he's put forward about why Meghan can't come over here.
This was on a TV interview.
This was a television show called about the tabloids under trial, and all about trying to expose the tactics, illegal tactics used by the tabloid press. And it didn't just feature Prince Harry, this documentary. It also featured Hugh Grant, Paul Gascoigne, Charlotte Church, with some genuinely horrifying stories about the impact that the media intrusion had and the phone hacking had on them. But amidst all of that, we also had Prince Harry's saga, where, of course, he seemed to be making arguments that didn't really hold true. I mean, look, firstly, America is the land of assassinations, as we've been reminded only too recently about. And, you know, Harry and Meghan live in a protected bubble. You know, when they go on a trips to somewhere like the UK, they'd arrive in a private jet, their bodyguards take them into an SUV which goes straight either to a luxury hotel or to a secure private or royal residence. So they never need to get within, you know, 10 to 15 feet of a member of the public. They don't need to publicise what they're doing on private visits. The Queen used to go to Kentucky all the time to see her friend's stables. No one knew about those visits. They were done privately. So there's no reason that any of that needs to take place.
Once hailed as a modern royal icon, Meghan Markle now faces one of her most brutal labels yet, Britain-Phobic. Critics claim the Duchess of Sussex is petrified of how the British public truly sees her, and the truth, they say, isn't pretty. In recent weeks, UK media outlets have reignited the storm surrounding Meghan's fractured relationship with Britain. Reports suggest she avoids visiting the UK not out of logistics, but fear. Royal insiders claim Meghan dreads hearing what people really think of her. A public that once celebrated her now voices raw disapproval. One royal commentator didn't mince words, calling Meghan Britain-phobic, accusing her of portraying the UK as a hostile place to justify her self-exile. They argue it's part of a larger narrative, painting herself as a victim of British culture while enjoying luxury abroad. To owe them, her silence on returning isn't diplomacy, it's avoidance. Once adored for her charm and compassion, Meghan's approval ratings in the UK have plummeted. Polls reveal widespread frustration, many feeling betrayed by her explosive interviews and repeated criticisms of the monarchy. One expert even said, "Meghan's not afraid of the British people, she's afraid they've stopped caring." Meanwhile, Prince Harry faces the impossible. Torn between loyalty to his wife and affection for his homeland, Harry's caught in the middle. He reportedly pleaded with Meghan to accompany him to recent UK events, but she refused, allegedly saying it would reopen wounds. Insiders claim that decision speaks volumes. Meghan may never intend to return to Britain again.
It's also the case that actually those in charge of royal security here have said as long as they get advance notice, they can receive protection on a case-by-case basis. This is not about knives, this is not about acid, this is about Meghan's fear of booing. And I think she is petrified that the great British public will vocalise their dislike of her. And I actually think now she's become quite Britain-phobic. I don't think she actually likes this country because of all the negative associations she has with it from her time living here. I don't think she ever really fit into this country anyway. You know, she's a California girl. She's not really part of that British upper crust set that Prince Harry enjoys so much. And I just don't think she really wants to come down here because there was no reason she couldn't have come for the coronation. The security was fine for the wife of the president. It should have been fine for the wife of Prince Harry. Prince Harry should have brought his grandchildren to see his father after the cancer diagnosis. He's only seen Lilibet once, Archie only a handful of times. I think this is all scapegoating for the real reason that they can't come over here.
Do you think, though, Rafe, being all honesty, no matter what, I mean, I know a lot, you know, Meghan doesn't have her fans over here, putting it mildly, but do you think the British public would boo her? I honestly don't think we would.
I think, well, look, I wouldn't be surprised if people do boo her, but I think generally when you have in these occasions, people just stay silent. So you don't get applause. I mean, you sort of see the British are actually very decent people, not inclined to boo, but there certainly would be booing. But again, there's nothing stopping them coming on private visits that don't entail any engagement with the public at all.
Oh, it's just doesn't go away, this one, does it, with those two? Thank you very much, Rafe, for coming in, explaining Harry's latest reason for not bringing Meghan over here, even though his dad's not very well. That's Rafe Helderman-Koo there on the latest from the royal family.
British commentators have described her as calculated, detached, and fearful of accountability. They point out how Meghan's public image thrives in America's celebrity culture, but crumbles under the blunt honesty of the British press. Her absence, they say, isn't mystery, it's strategy. Meghan's critics claim she's rewriting history, painting herself as misunderstood while avoiding the place that could challenge her story. Supporters, however, insist she's protecting her peace, staying far from a country that refused to embrace her truth. But whichever side you believe, one thing is clear: the Duchess's relationship with Britain may never heal. As the headlines grow harsher and the silence grows louder, Meghan Markle remains a polarizing figure, admired by some, resented by others. Whether out of fear or conviction, her distance from Britain now defines her image. And the question remains, is she running from the criticism or from the truth?